Hi friends, Chef Patrick Smith here again for Patrakae's Caribbean Delight. Today might be our last video before we take a break for our holidays to spend some time with our friends and families. So if I don't get to see you again, if I don't get to talk to you again, I just want to take the time out to wish all my viewers and subscribers a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate. Have fun with your friends and families, and I want to wish you a happy new year when it comes. All right, so today a friend of mine reached out to me and said they wanted me to cook their Christmas Day turkey for them. They wanted me to do it with a little bit of a Caribbean flair. So, you know, we do it a little bit different from how we do a traditional turkey. Traditional turkey, you know, you roast it whole, you put the stuffing inside and you cook that all together. That's not how we're going to do it today. All right, so we're going to cut our turkey in half and we're going to cook them separate, the half separately. You know, we're going to spice it up a little bit, and then we're going to make our stuffing on the side. So if you're interested in seeing what we're going to do, stay tuned. In the meantime, please like, share, subscribe, send to your friends, guys. Let's get the name out there. Let's get our business out there. Let's have some fun. I'll see you in just a minute. All right, guys, welcome back. So let's get started. Let's jump right in, all right? So when she told me she had a turkey for me to do for her, I asked her the size of the turkey. She told me, you know, it's just a little thing. And you know how us Jamaicans are, when we say something is what it is, it's not necessarily the case. So when she said it was a little bird, unfortunately, I believed her. When she dropped the turkey off, friends, no. Really? Okay? All right. This is what we got to work with. Very large turkey. Now the turkey has been washed. All right, so what I'm going to do now is show you guys how Patrakae's Caribbean Delight breaks down their turkey when we're doing our turkey for the holidays. All right, so I didn't have a big enough cutting board, as you can see, because I didn't expect such a large bird. Right, so what I've done, I've put a nice little baking sheet down. I put my little cutting board on top of it so I don't get all my turkey juices and blood everywhere. All right, so we're just going to take it out of here. I'm gonna cut, you know, spread the legs apart, reach in and take out all of these. These, I keep these, guys. Most of us throw these away. I keep these because I roast these along with all my trimmings to make my gravy at the end. So I'll show you that as well, but don't throw these out. These are nice. So we roast these off, you know, with our maripor, and we make some nice gravy out of it, all right? So I cut the oil sac off at the back here as well. So those little skin pieces that was holding the legs, cut the oil sac off. This as well, I roasted. A lot of flavor in this, guys. Don't throw this out, right? Then I want to turn my turkey over, okay? Because what I do, I cut the back out, right? I cut the backbone out, and then I use the backbone as well when I'm roasting to make my stock, and then from my stock I use that to make my gravy, okay? So I'll start with my knife just to make a line all the way down either side, okay? And then I move to my cleaver. We know in Jamaica we call this chopper, right? So yeah, I use my chopper, right? So I'm gonna using it in a cutting motion, and then when I get to the point where I can cut, then I just chop it nicely to get through it, okay? So I use my chopper. Here we say cleaver, okay? So here we go. Here we go. Nice and clean. Take the back out, and we're gonna chop that up. We're gonna put our maripor in that. We got the neck here. So all of that, guys, we're just gonna mix it with our maripor. We're gonna put it in a nice roasting container, put it in the oven, 350 degrees for about an hour or so. And then we take that out, we boil it down and reduce it. Everything, just dump it out of the roasting pan into a pot. You know, maybe we put a little bit of chicken stock in there or just water. And we season that a little bit again, and then we reduce that, use that for gravy, okay? Now, we wanna go ahead and right here, open it up just like that, okay? Make sure you get all the way to the breastbone there. Here you go. Once you've done that, guys, you're pretty much home free, okay? Okay, here we are. 2 separate halves. Simple, easy. You want to go ahead and take out these. Now these are what we do not save. We don't want to use these, right? So we take these out, put those aside, make sure that our turkey is nice and clean. And I'm just going to give my turkey a nice wash again now that I have it open, you know, cleanse the inside out, and then we'll be right back, all right? See you in a few. Alright guys, so our turkeys have been washed. We have pat dried them because we need the skin like really dry. Okay. We have our necks and backs and innards here that we've all chopped up. We have all of our spices already portioned out and ready to go. So for the turkey, guys, we have some butter here, soft, room temperature. We have some nice jerk marinade. We have some chicken stock. We have some pimento. In the store it says pimiento, but in Jamaica we say pimento seed. So we have some pimento seed here, right? We have some mixed spice, dry rub, and some herb as well, and then we have some dried rosemary for our turkey. Over here for the roasting of our necks and backs and our innards, we have our carrots, our onions, our celery. We have some thyme. We have some chicken stock, and of course, nothing would be complete without some good Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper. So all we do here, guys, you just want to go ahead, put your onions all over. Okay, you want to get all this all over this. Gives it a lot of flavor when you're roasting. You want to get your carrots in. Okay, you want to get your celery in there. Get it all nice and in between. Okay, and you want to get your thyme. Okay, just a couple sprigs, just drop it all over the top, right? You can put your Scotch bonnet peppers just in the 4 corners for flavoring, right? And then you just want to go ahead and drizzle your chicken stock all over this. So this is all that we would do for this. We do not put any dried spices, any mixed spice, anything else in there. This is all that we do because we're going to use this to make our turkey gravy, okay? So this, we'll just cover it in foil. We put it in the oven for about an hour at 350 degrees, right? So we'll set that aside, and then we'll come over here for our turkey. So for our turkey, we're going to take the butter. To the butter, we're going to be adding our jerk marinade, just right in there. We want to put our rosemary right in there, and just about maybe 2 tablespoons of rosemary. You want to do 1 tablespoon of your dried barbecue spice and another tablespoon of your herb spice, and then you just want to combine this with the butter. Now notice that I have not put any of my spices on top of the meat directly. And the reason for that is, as I told you, I've already patted my turkey dry. I'm going to smother my turkey in this butter mixer. What this does while you're roasting your turkey is that it keeps your turkey nice and moist. It doesn't dry it out, right? So you take your butter and you just go ahead and you rub this all over your turkey. All you do, guys, get in everywhere, all over your turkey. Everywhere. So you get a nice, when your turkey is done roasting, you get a nice brown covering all over your turkey. Get it in there, get it everywhere in your turkey, okay? And the insides, everywhere. Okay? Now, while I'm rubbing this, I do want to take it off of here once I got the inside, okay? And I want to put it in the pan that I will be roasting it in, okay? you want to go ahead and put it in there. Make sure you get all the butter everywhere, okay? You might want to add a little bit more because this is going to add flavor as well to your turkey. So not only is it going to get your turkey really, really brown, but it adds a lot of flavor, okay? And we'll do the same thing to this one. Get it in the innards. The exposed meat. Okay, I want to grab our next pan again. And we put our turkey in here. Now, like I said, guys, I didn't expect such a large bird, so forgive me, but my pans are really small. Normally you'd have a little more space so your turkey could spread out, but this is what we got to work with. And I know right now it doesn't look appetizing, all this margarine and spice and everything all over it, but trust me, when you see the finished product, you will understand why I do my turkey this way, okay? So when we've done this, all we do after, we put a piece of parchment paper over it, and then we wrap it in foil. The parchment paper keep the moisture inside, and it doesn't have your turkey sticking to your foil. So it keeps all your moisture in. Your turkey doesn't get dried out easily. So it retains all the moisture, all the flavor, and that's all we do, and then we pop it in the oven. So I'll just get my hands clean, and then we'll wrap it up, and I'll show you what I do. Alrighty guys, so at this point, we're gonna put our pimento seeds in our pan directly, just everywhere. If you really want some really nice Caribbean flavor, the more pimentos, the better, okay? This is about 2 cups of chicken stock that we're just gonna pour in each, so maybe, a cup in each, just to cover the base of the pan. So keep your turkey from sticking to the bottom of the pan as well, and it also adds more flavor into it, okay? Then we want to go ahead, put, as I told you, our wax paper or parchment paper or grease paper, whatever you have, just directly on top. Okay? And you want to ensure that you have full coverage. Now, because my baking pans are so small, I'm making sure that I have sufficient coverage. So I'm using 2 pieces of foil just to make sure that I have no leakage, okay? And you want to make sure it's nice and tight. And then you want to do the same as well for your roasting pan. You want to just make sure that you have this one nice and secure as well. And then we just go ahead, we put these in the oven, 350 degrees. So our turkey we're going to be cooking for 2 hours, and our stock we're going to be roasting these for about an hour. All right, see you in a minute. Alright, so our turkey is in the oven. That's roasting away. We have some roast potatoes going there as well. Okay, over here we have our bones that we roasted. Just reducing down for our gravy to get started. Everything that was in the roasting pan got dumped in a pot. We just added some water to that, and then we're going to reduce that. At some point we're going to take the bones out. We're going to put all the vegetables in the food processor and use that to thicken our gravy, and then we'll reduce that some more, maybe add a little bit more spice, right? Over here I have a pot ready to go, preheated, because we're gonna get started on our stuffing. So as you can see here, we have all our ingredients. Our bread is already diced up. We have our mirepoix. We have some nice roasted bacon, some dried cranberries, some garlic, some herb spice, about half a cup of vegetable oil, some rosemary, and then 2 cups of chicken stock. Of course, you know that here at Patrakae's Caribbean Delight, we do things a little bit different. We try to do the traditional stuff. Of course, we're going to put our Caribbean influence in there. So of course, you're not going to get your traditional stuffing when you come to Patrakae's Caribbean Delight, okay? You're going to get it with a twist. So stay tuned, we get that started in just a few minutes. Alright, so to our heated pan, we're just going to add our vegetable oil. Okay, you want the pot to be nice and hot because you don't want the oil itself to be hot, because all you're going to be doing, you're going to be sweating your vegetables. So you're going to add your vegetables in the pot as soon as you add your oil, okay? And you're just going to leave that in. You don't want any of your vegetables to burn. So you just want to leave that in. You're going to, give this a nice stir. Make sure it gets nice and coated. So we're just going to leave this for a little bit. We want to come over here. We want to check on our reducing pot. Okay, so we give this a nice turn, looking at the consistency of our stock, making sure it looks nice and clean. Okay, oh, if only we had smell-o-vision, guys. You need to smell this. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. All right, so we just let that reduce a little bit more, and then we'll take it from there. So as you can see, we've removed the bones and the vegetables from our stock, and we have a nice clean looking turkey stock going on here that we're going to be adding stuff to just in a few minutes. Our vegetables have been nicely sweated, looking nice and bright. Okay, and so to this now we're going to be adding our cranberries, our bacon. We're going to be adding our garlic. And garlic is good for your health, guys. So I try to use garlic in everything I do as much as possible. We're going to be adding in our herbed mixture. And we're going to be adding in our rosemary. And we're going to cover this for a few minutes just to let it combine a little bit. While that is going on, we're going to be adding, so all the vegetables and stuff that we took from our turkey stock, we added it to a food processor, and we just cream that down. And then this we're going to add back to our stock, and this is going to reduce and get thickened. So we're not adding any cornstarch, we're not adding any roux. This is everything from roasting to boiling, and then it's just reducing. Smells so good, guys. Like, my neighbors might be coming to knock on my doors anytime soon. Nice, creamy turkey gravy. So we'll let this reduce, and we'll check back on this in a few minutes. So as you can see, our stock is reducing nicely into a gravy. It needs to thicken up just a little bit more. Our vegetables have sweated down nicely, and oh my gosh, once you take the lid off of that, the flavor that comes, the aroma that hits your nose, you just want to dive in and just go to town on this. You could eat this as it is. To this now, guys, we're going to be adding our 2 cups of stock. Oh, listen to that bad boy go. And then we're going to add half of our bread mixture. We're going to cover this, let that steam together, then we're going to mix it, and then we're going to add the rest on top. Now the bread is going to absorb a whole lot of moisture out of this, so you may want to have a little stock just in case you might need to add some more, because you don't want your stuffing to be too thick. So we're going to cover this. We're going to reduce our heat to about medium, and we let that steam for about 5-10 minutes. So now we're going to incorporate everything here, guys. Look at that. Will you look at that? Tell me you wouldn't want a big bowl of just some of this right now. Taking a look at our gravy, look at that. Nice and reduced. Wow, look at that, guys. Looking good as well. Righty. And our turkey is still going there. So we're on track for a nice dinner. I'm sure my friend is gonna love this. Look for her reviews on our Instagram page or on Facebook page. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Right, guys, so as you can see over here, we have our finished product. So our finished stuffing and our roasted potatoes with some fresh rosemary and garlic oil. We're gonna be taking our turkeys out the oven. So here we go, guys. The pièce de résistance. Our Caribbean style roast turkey. And of course, our gravy is reduced nicely. And consistency is nice, flavor is there. That Scotch bonnet pepper in there really brings it out. So here you go. She's on her way to come pick up her Christmas dinner. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can receive the videos as soon as we post them. Stay safe and happy holidays.